But we're going to transition to 2017 in just a second. Transition into 2017 here, folks. The year that was. And what a gut punch it was in some ways. Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Beauty and the Beast, starring Emma Watson. Wonder Woman, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Spider-Man: Homecoming. You see a trend in the top 5 anywhere? I don't know. It, Thor: Ragnarok, Despicable Me 3, Logan, Fate of the Furious, Justice League, Dunkirk, Coco, Lego Batman, and Get Out. Those are your top grossers of 2017. Some good there, some bad there.
I was about to say mixed bag.
Very mixed bag. I have
Also, to illustrate the point again, Wonder Woman nominated for Producers Guild as Picture of the Year. Yeah,
Wonder Woman. I almost wish there was like a best scene category, just so you could highlight some scenes.
trench, trench scene.
The trench scene in Wonder Woman is one of the most impactful scenes in a movie I've ever seen. It is
great.
It is so good, and you understand that character. It brings tears to my eyes almost every time I even think about it, because you understand that character so well, and they had the music right. Oh god, so good. The No Man's Land scene in Wonder Woman is next level. Patty Jenkins is a fucking genius for that alone. But yeah, I have shout outs more than I have changes.
Just real quick on the actual ceremony. Greta Gerwig, fifth woman nominated for Best Director, and
Wow, that
Jordan Peele, fifth black person to be nominated for Best Director.
I think that was
Um,
shown that those two are pretty goddamn good. So yeah,
yes. Yep. E. Reeves is the first black woman nominated for adapted screenplay for Mudbound, and Jordan Peele is the first black person to win original screenplay. So a couple trailblazers.
fucking woke Hollywood. No, genius. That's what it is. It's great that these people are finally getting recognized for great fucking good.
Yeah. So that's where the Oscars so white controversy. It's showing it's paying off.
Yeah,
Like they are making strides to starting to pay off at least.
they're trying. The thing I don't understand with like it happened with Me Too as well, and like all these other movements. Those movements don't start because people are trying to bitch. Those movements start because real shit has happened and people connect over it and they want to see change. That's
Yeah.
it.
Hey, I'll give them this. Like, say what you will about the Oscars, about it being pretentious and all that. At least they try. Like they did try to they try at least a more modern.
They're trying. They're getting better. I don't think it's where it needs to be, but I think they're getting better.
I appreciate that they're trying to find them between tradition and modernity.
I have more nominations that I would have liked to see versus
Oh, I actually only have
anything
one
else.
technical, so I'll just go first.
Go for it.
The nomination for original screenplay for Coco. I love that movie.
Coco's
So
tremendous. Coco's phenomenal, and I would back that one for a nomination. I think it's Coco's so good.
it's I would say I don't know if I'd go so far saying perfect, but it's in here.
It's damn good. Again,
And it makes me cry like a baby every time I watch it.
I mean, if Coco is one of those movies where if you're not crying at some moments, it's kind of like this is
Yeah.
more a reflection on you than it is on the movie.
Yeah.
Um, Makeup and hairstylings. I would have liked to see a nod for Guardians of the Galaxy 2 or specifically Wonder Woman. It's a fucking period piece and it couldn't even do it.
Yeah.
Like,
Winner is Darkest Hour, which I actually do agree with that winning.
it was just
They
one of those.
turned Gary Oldman into Churchill, so that is actually impressive.
Yeah, I'm not bitching out to win. I'm just saying for a nomination, I'm like, what more can a good superhero movie do than be tailor made for your normal ass expectations and be like, nah, we don't wanna.
once again, only 3 nominees.
Also, it bothers me. It's stupid that there's only 3 nominees in that category, especially in today's modern takes where we're trying to do so many crazy things with cinema. Music score, I would have liked to see a nomination for Hans Zimmer for his Wonder Woman theme because that theme's fucking rad.
Hey, you got one for Dunkirk. What do you want?
I think Wonder Woman's better.
Yeah,
Specifically, the Wonder Woman theme, I think, is so fucking good that I'm like, come on. Again, I'm not expecting a win here. This isn't my usual Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer's just better, and he deserves it.
I don't actually know if that would be eligible.
Or should it be original song then?
No, because the Wonder Woman theme is actually introduced in Batman.
I know, but still, fuck them. Yeah. Costume design.
One of those weird things.
Costume design, again, I would have liked to see a nod for Wonder Woman. I think the costume design of that is impeccable. Really sets the time frame up extremely well. And it's just a great period piece.
That's one where, like, it's so clearly going to Phantom Thread. Like, it was obviously going there.
Yeah.
Because it's literally about fashion. So it's just like, yeah, obvious.
And fuck the fashion movies. I don't really care.
That movie is good. I will say that. For
and then,
a movie that I would hate, it actually is.
And then I would have liked to see at least a nod or a shout out for adapted screenplay for It. It Part 1 is very good. And it's a great adaptation of the screenplay. And adapting the shit that's bad about it and turning it good.
That's true, considering the book is absolutely fucking bad shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's another reason why I'm like, we all know. And we've changed it for the better, guys.
Yeah. So going into the other categories, you got Guillermo del Toro winning for The Shape of Water. Actor Gary Oldman for Darkest Hour. Actress Frances McDormand winning again for 3 Billboards. Supporting actor Sam Rockwell also winning for 3 Billboards. And Allison Janney winning I, Tonya.
I, Tonya, talk about a movie that got a ton of hype and I don't understand it.
It's good, but pretty forgettable. Yeah.
I mean, I've seen bits of it and I'm like, okay, sure.
All those, in terms of the like acting categories, those were all like, there was no races. Every single one was like pretty obvious to.
I'm noticing that in these years, that from 15 onward, it kind of feels like there's not much competition, and 16 to 18 is just not much of a competition.
It's actually pretty bad in terms of like the show. It's like, okay, like pretty obvious who's gonna win every single time.
Yeah,
which is a shame, but at times there's nothing you can do about it.
It happens in sports. It happens in entertainment. Sometimes there's just something that steamrolls, and you got to go with it. I could have seen a nom for Best Actor. I think Hugh Jackman in Logan is incredible.
That's the one I have down.
I think he's... If there was ever a superhero movie outside of The Dark Knight that I thought would finally get some fucking pub...
Hey,
I thought Logan was
for adapted screenplay,
which again is incredible, and I think they was well deserved. I just thought if one of these goddamn movies is gonna do it, it's gotta be Logan.
Yeah, I mean that is the best chance. That's for damn sure.
Because Logan is not a traditional. Logan is a western with a superhero. Logan is not.
Yes.
A superhero movie.
Yeah, and I also have down supporting actor Patrick Stewart.
Thought about that one too. I'm not gonna lie, I could have even seen supporting actress for Daphne Keane, because I think she's incredible in that.
I don't think she does enough in it.
Yes,
that's the problem.
Yes, that's why I didn't say that. But I was like, I thought about it.
Yeah.
Logan's so goddamn good. Logan's so good.
I would love to see Jordan Peele win for Get Out, but like, took home screenplay, so that's why I'm like. Really okay with it.
I thought about that. Let me talk about that more. Let's go to Best Picture.
Just a couple quick shout outs to Lee Unkrich and Adrian Molina. I would have loved to see them get a directing nomination for Coco. No directors ever get nominated for animated movies.
And it's bullshit.
Don't know why. It is complete bullshit. It doesn't make any sense to me. And then Catherine Keener in Get Out. Quick in that movie.
I also thought about supporting actress for Allison Williams in Get Out. That's another great performance.
Yeah. Very hateable. Yes.
Very hateable. And you can tell a lot that I tend to like the heels in movies that I'm like, they're fucking good.
Best picture, we got The Shape of Water winning. Other nominees: Darkest Hour, Iron, Dunkirk, Get Out, Lady Bird, Phantom Thread, The Post, and Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
I have the change. I truly like Shape of Water. I think it's a great movie. Get Out's better.
I also have Get Out winning. Yes.
Get Out is an incredible film.
I actually just rewatched Shape of Water ago, and I actually did really like it more than I probably saw it like 3 ago rewatch.
Yeah.
And I did like it more than I did before. But yeah, Get Out still enjoy a lot more.
I'm okay with the director going to Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
Because of the things that he had to manage in that was the special effects and really making that creature come to life to making it so good. And also, I just always think of the scenes.
Well, I think the star of Get Out is the screenplay.
Yeah. The other thing, I would say another nom for supporting actor. I didn't see if he was nominated or not. Michael Shannon in Shape of Water is incredible.
I believe.
I thought he got a nom, but I couldn't remember.
Oh, Richard Jenkins was.
Michael Shannon is incredible in that movie. Also, my wife's gym buddy, Michael Shannon. There's a story behind that.
Remember that. Also, you have Christopher Plummer nominated for All the Money in the World after he replaced Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
For that controversy.
Yeah, I remember that one. But I think Get Out is a better movie than The Shape of Water. And I think there's so much more emotion and then messaging behind it that's really, really important. And normally I'm not the guy that says, well, the message is so important. Like I just said about Selma. Just because we're covering something in history that's super impactful does not ergo mean the movie is better. I just think the subversive way in which Get Out tells you so much about the experience of people of color in this country.
Yeah.
And what it feels like to just exist sometimes and then can turn it into a psychologically thrilling masterpiece is
it manages to be both scary, funny, and also like subversive in the best way.
Yeah. Get Out's like, so fucking good.
Yeah. Which is why I say the screenplay is the best part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also had one change in terms of nominations. Darkest Hour is really one of like the biggest nominations in the last 10 years. Movies.
It's a performance. It's not a movie.
Yeah, a movie's not great. So I put Coco in because I think that's easily one of the best movies in the past 10 years.
Coco's fucking great.
I don't know what it is about the Academy after Toy Story 3. They're just like, okay, we're done nominating.
I think Toy Story 3, again, it's the same thing we talk about. I bring up all the time with The Dark Knight. I think it's the exact same story. Stop telling us we already have our way of doing this. That's where it's going to be. And I disagree, and I think it's horseshit.
It's so stupid, because it's like, okay, we expanded this thing to 10 movies, up to 10 movies. Okay, but it's just like, you're never going to like recognize a complete
I think the other thing is that
super annoying.
When you talk about animation, immediately, and I can't lie. I do the same thing. It'll be reflected in my top 100. I'm not inherently drawn to animation most of the time. There are a lot of incredible Pixar and Disney films and other films across studios that I find to be incredible, incredibly moving, that I've had very deep experiences with, but they don't stick with me very much. I'd remember the moment, but I don't remember the movie
I would
being that
agree with that,
impactful.
but
But
I
I
would
just think
argue
there's
Coco is one.
Coco is. I think Coco deserves the recognition that you're trying to give it. I want to make it clear. I just think there's a lot of people that just go, animation's for kids. And I don't think that's right. I think
That's
that's bullshit, but I think that's what,
that's true.
because there are many years that the animated film is the most impactful film for many people. I wouldn't be shocked if in 10 to 15 years time that changes, because now we've grown up. The academy that will be in 15 to 20 years has now grown up in the era of Pixar, where Pixar is incapable of making a movie that's not emotionally moving. Even if the movie's not good, it's moving in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, as long as Pixar stays in terms of caliber.
Yeah, but do you understand what I'm saying? It's like,
Yes, I do. Yeah,
because even the stuff that they're not super recognized for, I find to be some of their best work.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh, I forgot the BAFTA Rising Star. Forgot to quiz you. Well, I'll start. 2017. Florence Pugh, Josh O'Connor, Tessa Thompson, Timothy Chalamet, and Daniel Kaluuya. Who do you
I'm
think?
assuming that went to. So it should go to Florence Pugh. That's who it should go to.
Okay.
Something tells me. No. The BAFTAs doesn't fuck up that hard. Well, sometimes they do. With the last times,
Sometimes they do.
I hope it's Daniel Kaluuya, but it probably was Timothy Chalamet.
It was Daniel Kaluuya.
And what's
He
funny
did well.
is he has not gone on to as much success as I thought he would.
Hey, he won an Oscar after this
When?
for Judas and the Black Messiah.
Oh yeah, that's part of the ether zone of where I just
But
go.
that's
The
part of the
Oscars aren't for
COVID
me.
fog. That's part of the COVID fog.
Yeah, also true. So I I can't take. There's a lot of the COVID fog movies that I just didn't watch.
Well, trust me, I am the same.
But yeah, favorite movie of 2017.
It has to be Coco. It has to.
I'm wanting to really. I'm excited to gauge your love for some of these movies in your top 100 as that comes along, because there are movies that like people absolutely love that wouldn't make a list for me, or vice versa. There's movies that I love that didn't make the list for me, and that's how I'm like,
Well, there's the funny thing is there's animated movies that I used to love. Like, I'll just give an example. Up
yeah,
used to be in my top 10 of
yeah,
all time, and has completely fallen off my list of top 100.
that's
So
wild. That's
yeah,
wild to think it was a top 10 and then it just was nothing. Like, there's history in mine that I was like, oh, I think at one time I may have argued that was my favorite movie, and it's not in my even remotely close to my top 10. But to be almost top 10 and then fall to the point where, and it's not like a 7-year old, this is one of my favorite movies, and then you get to an adult and you're like, that movie sucks. Like, Up
yeah,
is a universally praised film, so for it to drop out
yeah,
of your top 10 to nothing is wild.
yeah.
My favorite movie is 17. I'm going with It. I love It Chapter 1. That's a
First one's
great
good.
that's a
Too
great
bad the
movie.
second one sucks ass.
God, it was gutting when I went to the theater for It Chapter 2, cuz my wife is deathly afraid of clowns. She hates clowns, and I was like, "Oh, I guess I'm going to the theater by myself." And this is, yeah, 18, 19, we were living in Chicago, so the theater was a bit more of a pain in the ass to go to. So it was a bit more like, you better want to see this fucking movie if we're going. And I remember being like, I guess I'm going to fucking It by myself, and just being in that theater and just going, huh, Okay. Because I loved It Chapter
Good
1
movie.
so much.
Yeah.